Alright guys, Homestead Know How Life is Good. We are in Cades Cove on a bike trip. So, Cades Cove, beautiful Cades Cove. We're doing the loop. Apparently on Wednesdays you can come to this place and visit, and you can ride the loop with no cars. So that's nice. You need to be behind me, son. Behind me. Alright, here's a shot of the water at one of the little crossings there. Here's some rocks. It's a real peaceful place up here. From what I've gathered, you can see a lot of bears and deer. Bear and deer, however you want to pronounce it. So, alright guys, here we are at the Cades Cove Loop Road. Closed Wednesdays to motor vehicles. There used to be maybe water around here. It's kind of dry today. Goes up through there. And there's a bunch of trails and cabins and stuff down through here. So we're gonna take this ride. I think it's a 10 or 14 mile loop. But as you can see, you look over there and it's just beautiful, beautiful scenery all throughout the whole cove. So, a bunch of fields. This is a water crossing. So, from what I gathered, the Indians, Cherokee Indians, used to hunt here, but they never actually stayed in the cove. And then settlers moved in. And they actually traded and things of that manner with the Native Americans, from what I've gathered. So this is kind of neat. They have a campground up here that you can come and camp at. So some interesting history, and there's some cabins, and there's a grist mill that actually still works, and they actually grind up corn and make cornmeal. There's a trail, so forth and so on. Alright guys, so here's a big field, and I don't know if you'll be able to see it, but way back up in there is a cabin, and there's a trail. People can park right here and walk that trail way back up in there. And look at them, I mean, just look at the views. I mean, could you imagine how peaceful this would be without all the hustle and the bustle, the city, the YouTube, Facebook, all that stuff that just keeps us so occupied when we could be out enjoying all this. I mean, this is just gorgeous and peaceful. Here's a creek. Now we're back into the woods, and there's actually some churches up here. They still have some of the older cemeteries, and people are still, when they pass away, they still have plots that they get buried in up here with their family. So it's really, really interesting. Really, really neat place. Now this time of day we probably won't see a lot of deer because it's kind of middle of the day. So, but we may get lucky. Who knows? All right, guys. So this is a road that goes back to a church. Go straight. Go straight. Then they actually still hold service there on Sundays. So no lights, no speakers, no amps, no guitars, no drums. Just quiet. And you can hear the echo of the hollow room and the wood walls. Alright guys, and then up here is another church. There's trails, there's a cemetery back there. And we're gonna ride right up here. Right up here. Come on. We're gonna go up here. We're gonna wait. Hey guys, here's some more of the view. This one or this one? This. Guys, there's a deer up in here. Let's see. Okay, he's back in there. Alright guys, we're at the crest of the hill here. Look at the view. Alright, here we go down a grade. Don't go too fast. Alright guys, here's another little pull-off area so you can picnic. Alright, so we're coming up on a steep hill. Stop guys. Just stop. Alright. So there's a trail here. Let's see what this sign says. There we go. Cooper Road Trail. Wet Bottom Trail. And Bear Cane Trail. And then up here they got a sign. I don't know if at some point they had some bad bicycle wrecks or what, but apparently they want you to walk down. It'd be neat to walk these trails back here away from all the hustle and the bustle and the noise. Look at the mountains. Alright, here's creek over there. Trail going down to it. And up here we're gonna go over a wooden bridge. Kinda neat. And I think there's a solar panel on it. Not real sure what that's for. So here we go. We're gonna cross over the bridge. Kinda neat. There's the water. And then up here is a pull-off area. It's a bathroom, but it's basically like an outhouse. I mean, it's a new building, but it's kind of more like an outhouse than just, it don't have running water and all that stuff. But this goes, as you can see the sign, Abrams Trailhead. So you hike Abrams Trail and it goes back to a big waterfall, and there's an area to swim. And there that. Alright, so up here is where the grist mill and kind of a homestead. There's a nice creek that runs behind it. Barn. Go get over, guys. Alright guys. As you can see over there, you can kind of see a little bit of stuff, and then back in there is where everything's at. Here's a sign. Alright, so you can see the nice fence, and there's some gobbles, some turkeys. Here's the fence. Alright, so we're gonna go back here. Alright, so you just follow the fence. And of course they have restrooms and some other stuff. Alright guys, so you can't take your bicycles down here. So we're gonna mosey down and show you a couple things. Of course, they've got kind of a map, a little house, some other stuff. Alright, so let's go this way. And over there is the house. Alright, so I believe this would be the blacksmith shop. Alright, kind of neat there. And then here's a trap for bear that they use. And we'll walk on over here, and then they've got the water trough where they divert the water. And basically what they do is they set it down beside in the creek. People throw chains in it, but it comes from the creek down there, runs in, and funnels all the way down to the grist mill. And then here is a cantilever barn. That's a mower. You see the thing folded up right here? That's what would fold down, and you would cut hay and stuff. And here's the barn. And I think that this would be a rake. If I remember correctly. There's a wagon. And then of course here's the creek or small river, whatever you want to call it. I mean, just imagine living up here in the 1800s, 1700s, you know, just living like this. You know, you didn't go to the store and buy a bunch of stuff. You hand-hewn all your own wood for everything you did. You built your barns, cut down all your, you know, you basically cut down the trees, cleared the land, used the wood to build your house and the things you needed. And then you had pasture for your animals and such. Alright, so we're going to walk down through here. And we're going to show you the mill. And you can come up here, you can drive up here and park, walk over here, and you can go down and play in the water a little bit. Have your picnic out in the field.
Did they build that barn? Like,
somebody did.
people back then?
And look at how they done this to hold this stuff together. It's like mortise and tenon stuff. And as you can see, there's not a whole lot of leaks in this because, you know, they had to try to get as much water as they needed to the mill. And then of course they have a spillway. That way if they get too much water, they can see. They reduce the water flow by raising this up and down. They have a spillway so it don't overflow back into the creek. And then right here is the mill. And we'll walk down to that. These are old millstones. Here's where they would have started cutting out of the rock to make a millstone. These are all old millstones. That one's broke. So you put the corn, see how the grooves are, you put the corn in between them and that's what grinds it up. Now right now they've got the wheel stopped, but that wheel actually, they actually get in here and they actually mill corn and sell it for cornmeal. So right now they've got it blocked off because there's no one working it. Alright, so 1879 is this house. This, I'm going to assume would be a smokehouse, hams and stuff. Alright. I mean, just look at, this was all done by hand. Alright. And now look at the shake roof.
So
Stonework. Now we're going to go inside. Just look at how simple they kept it. Only what they needed. What do you notice? No light switch.
I think it's like a two-story. The only heat was a coal burning stove.
Here's some steps. This is storage. This is another door. Some of the stuff they got blocked off just for safety reasons. Alright, let's see what we got here. See if I can get this so you all can read it. Here's this. That'll tell you, you can read a little bit about it. And then one day maybe you can come visit it. Alright, and here's the fireplace, stove. And of course they upkeep these. And sadly enough, people deface property. Shame on these people. That's rude, disrespectful. And that's a problem that we have. Looks like there might be a little rot right here. But I mean, come on, don't be childish and deface property because you want to put your name on something and ruin it for everybody else that wants to come and enjoy living out, seeing history. That's ridiculous. By the way, if you get caught doing that, that's a federal offense because this is in a national park. So,
it says Savannah.
You know, just put your, see, this is 2020. This is ridiculous. So Tilly Boyles, look here. If we could just search Tilly Boyles or whatever her name is, find her. Federal offense. Thank you. Ridiculous. Cannot stand disrespectful people. Alright, so here's this.
Another fireplace. What's that? You can't get that one off. It's scratched into the wood.
And see, this is ridiculous. Don't be disrespectful. People donate money to help keep these preserved for years to come and for people to be able to come and see how it used to be. Here's an old fireplace. This right here would have had a swing arm on it. You could have boiled water over the fire.
At least they cut this separate.
Here's your roof. And this isn't the lattice that you buy nowadays. This is good stuff. Alright, we're going to go down the steps. Here's the fireplace at the outside. And they've done work to this. You can see the old style stuff. And of course, you got your creek here. So they always had water. You know, that was key. That was key back then. You had to have water. Had to have water for your animals. Had to have water for yourself to cook, clean, water your animals, a bunch of stuff. This is kind of a neat structure here. I'm assuming maybe you will park wagons on each side. And maybe this is a smokehouse, or maybe you could hang certain crops in it to dry it. Here's an old wagon, kind of broken down. See, I mean, just, come on. If you bring it in, take it out. Ridiculous. Tell you what, I bet it'd be interesting up here. Now, obviously you can camp in the campground, but I bet it'd be interesting if you could just come out here and camp.
Bring something in, can't bring it out. That would be ridiculous.
Of course, here's another part of the creek there.
There was a Coca-Cola.
And then here's another kind of barn structure. This would have to be for some animal, like goat, sheep, or something of that manner, because it'd be hard to get a horse in here. Maybe a donkey, maybe a small donkey. Now look how they done this. This is a log that they've hewn out
For their feeding trough.
for feeding trough and
That is so smart.
stuff.
Except for this part right here.
Look at these beams. I mean,
That's amazing.
massive, massive.
And guess what?
Hand hewn.
Writing. Writing. I saw it.
Obviously, this door's been redone. You can tell.
Jeremiah, I think that's what.
But look at, look at the old hinges. I mean, just made by hand.
There's also writing.
All in the blacksmith shop.
Hey, Dad, there's writing right here too.
Yeah, I know. There's writing everywhere because people are disrespectful.
Too much writing, and there's more writing, and here's more writing and more writing, and this one you can't get out because it's stuck in the wood. Wait, is that?
And look at these beams.
Hey, Phil, what is it?
Let's see. Thank you, Chumpy and Mandy, for defacing federal property that people donate to help preserve. Ridiculous. It's one of the problems in America. Nobody has any respect anymore. Well, let me rephrase that. Not nobody, but a lot of people don't have respect anymore. Look at this old hinge. All hand forged. Every bit of it.
I haven't seen anything this way before.
Look at in the barn
Hey,
there.
Dad, I found a nail. Look at this old nail. You should put this there.
Let's
Look at
see.
this.
Well, that's not that old. That's kind of a newer style nail. That's not a cut nail. Older nails would have been cut nails, or they used wooden dowels.
Yeah.
And actually drilled a hole, and the wooden dowel would have been at like a kind of like a wedge shape, and they'd drive it in and lock everything into place.
But like still, that's a
Neat roof. Far from what we use nowadays.
it's a wood
You know, and
shingles.
it's amazing.
Wood shingles.
You know, it's
Made out of wood.
amazing. A lot of this stuff hasn't been restored. And I mean, look at it.
I mean, that's just amazing.
Okay, I'll tell you what. We're just going to take this with us. Since somebody decided that it would be a good idea
To leave it.
to leave their garbage.
Why don't we take this too?
And we'll throw it away. Because that's what respectful people do.
This is also.
There's more garbage.
What is this? And there's a line of cigarettes over there too.
I mean, just simplistic.
Really? More.
Simplistic, you know. You don't have to have 3,000 square feet.
Worth of garbage.
A garage that's bigger than your house.
Nope.
Simplistic.
Wait, a wooden spoon? Dad, Cades found a wooden spoon.
Yeah, it's a wooden spoon from an ice cream, or probably one of these right here.
Yeah.
Now this fence has been kind of updated, but I mean, gives you a general idea of how they used to live back then, and how nowadays we've got way more, but we do way less. We depend on
More trash.
everyone else to produce stuff for us. You know, all the way down to our food. I mean, a lot of people don't even know how to plant a seed, grow a garden, raise an animal,
It's called till.
let alone actually process something and all that. So, you know, when you think back to
Water it every day.
what we used to be and where we are now,
What in the world is this thing?
we're in trouble.
Hey, Dad.
I'm not sure what this is, but this isn't from times of past.
Never.
It's interesting though. Maybe like a flat surface grill or something. Oh, I bet that's what that is. You put wood in the bottom, it's a flat surface stainless grill, and you can cook on it. They have some neat little structures there. And this stuff is throughout the park. Okay. I mean, just
Look at those old benches.
if we could live as simple as this, it would be absolutely amazing. Absolutely amazing. And you know, I've started kind of cleansing a little bit. I deleted Let Go and Offer Up and another news app. You know why? Because I'm tired of all the garbage. That's all it is, garbage.
You should also make a part 2 to this.
So anyway, we're going to walk back up here. We can get back on our bikes.
And we're going to do more trailing.
We're going to do more riding.
There's a Hershey bar right
We got to get through the end of this. First, we're going to find a trash can and throw all this trash away that people just left laying everywhere. Just disrespectful. This is like a little general store. Look, a wooden sign that says open. It's not flashing neon lights. Imagine that.
You don't need those.
Hey, how are you?
Wooden sign.
Good.
Social distancing in effect. Imagine that. Here you can get you some souvenirs. Could be junior rangers. We might have to go out to the parking lot and get a trash can if you don't have one. So look here, here you go. This is from the grist mill down there. That's it. So we got a bunch of different stuff you can buy. Maple syrup, genuine maple syrup. Foods of the Smokies.
That's what they have.
Yes, sir.
Can you pick one of these to drink out of?
Maple syrup, $11.99. And of course, you got T-shirts, books on tape, CDs, and other stuff.
I'm liking the helmet.
So there you go. All right, so apparently it's so bad that they don't have trash cans up here right now because I guess, who knows. Here's a sign.
Look at the deer and the bear and the what is set up by Ranger. I don't think the deer and the bear would need it.
Here's here, guys. Turkeys in their natural habitat.
I went so high.
Look at this view.
And look on it. Scary too. On. Don't think I'd ever do it.
Alright guys, we got a field right here. And as you can see, we got a white-tailed deer just doing his thing. Or her thing. It's like, oh, what are you doing? Well, what a beautiful, what a beautiful image. Just look at that. All the field, the mountain, the trees.
No! That one. Oh, yeah, I want to see two bears.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, I just farted. Wait.
What is it?
Horns in the tree. No, wait. Oh, yeah, wait. I see 4 bears. Okay. Oh, I see 3. I see 3. I see baby. I see baby. Wait, did he say 4? I see baby.
There's a bear in a tree. Alright guys, here's another little homestead place. Little barn here. And back here's another nice, I guess another cantilever barn, I guess what it's called. Of course this barn would have some leaks. Over here is a house, maybe a smokehouse. Of course they got a creek. There's always a creek. Stack stone. The house is set on, no footers, no foundation. This is obviously probably newer. once again, just kind of simplistic. There's a spot up there. You know, that's why the body has a, at least from what I remember reading, a biological clock. Kind of like with chickens and other animals, they go to bed when it's dark, unless it's a nocturnal animal, which humans are not. So, you know, humans would go to bed at dark, get up at daylight, work their fields, do what they do. When it's dark again, they go to bed. All right, guys, that is the end of the Cades Cove Loop. Homestead know-how, life is good in the mountains. Like, share, subscribe, hit the notification bell. Smoky Mountains National Park. Smoky Mountains. Ain't that a wild look? So just earlier I was riding a little fast and I missed some buck. And one of them went out in front of my wife actually. So that was been pretty cool to catch on video.
He'll wave and be all sweet and then he'll go.